Imagine this, a young man dragging a massive rock up a mountain every single day. But here's the twist. The rock weighed nothing, because it was never the rock he was carrying. It was his mindset. This isn't just a story, it's a mirror, and you may not like what you see.
A boy named Ishan grew up in a quiet village nestled between hills. His father was a stonecutter, and every morning he'd head into the mountains and return with slabs of granite. Ishan would watch him, silently admiring the strength it took. But Ishan wasn't like his father. He struggled in school, failed at sports, got laughed at for dreaming too big. He wanted to be more than a stonecutter's son. But no matter how hard he tried, his failures stacked up like the very rocks his father carried. One day, after another poor exam result, his father didn't shout. He simply handed Ishan a large, heavy-looking rock. "Carry this to the top of the hill," he said.
We all know someone who thinks they're stuck. Maybe you've felt it too. That dull weight that follows you into every room. You think it's your job, your grades, your past. But what if it's not any of those? What if the real weight is invisible?
Ishan stared at the hill. The sun was sharp, the wind dry, but he didn't complain. Step by step, he dragged that rock upward. Villagers laughed, kids pointed. He slipped twice, his hands bled. By midday, he collapsed under a tree halfway up. He wanted to quit, but something about his father's silence kept him moving. By sunset, he reached the top, gasping, drained. But when he placed the rock down, he noticed something strange. His arms didn't ache. His back wasn't sore. He lifted the rock again. It was light, almost hollow.
The hardest burdens aren't always real. Sometimes they're the stories we tell ourselves, that we're not smart enough, not good enough, that we'll always fail because we always have.
Ishan ran down to his father, confused, angry. "Why did you make me do this? That rock, it was fake." His father didn't flinch. "But did you carry it? Did you reach the top?" Ishan shouted. "Yes, but it didn't count. It was all in my head." His father nodded. "Exactly. And that's what's been stopping you." The next morning, Ishan woke up before sunrise. He took the same rock and climbed again. This time, not because he was told to, but because he chose to.
Picture this, a boy climbing a hill not to prove anything to others, but to confront a voice inside that says, "You can't." You'd expect exhaustion, but what comes next is revelation.
Ishan reached the top faster, stronger, not because the rock changed, but because he did. For the first time, he felt the difference between effort and struggle. Effort lifts you, struggle buries you, and most of the struggle was never real.
He fought the mountain, but the real battle was with a belief he never questioned, a lie disguised as a truth. This is just who I am. But he wasn't. He was more.
Years passed. Ishan didn't just pass his exams, he excelled. He became a teacher in the same village where he once felt like a failure. And every year he takes a student to the same hill, carrying that same hollow rock. Because sometimes you have to feel the weight before you can release it.
The hard truth? Your mind is a sculptor. It can carve strength out of failure, or it can trap you in the shape of your old doubts. The rock wasn't the test. Your mindset was. Growth isn't about speed or ease. It's about choosing to climb, even when the world says you're not ready. Because sometimes, the only permission you need is your own. But what happens when fear wears the mask of your own voice? If that moved something inside you, watch our next story. Power of Self-Confidence. Click to watch.